I got called fat last winter. My dirty bulk ended up pretty badly. A lot of junk food combined with bad training sessions. At first it felt amazing to lift heavy weights in the gym, but I was out of breath easily.
It was time to change for the better.
Over the last 2 years, I've been working 35 hours per week, doing my bachelor's degree part-time, taking up another 25 to 30 hours per week. Started this YouTube channel and somehow stick to working out. I've been kind of consistent with my training program for a year now, but I always slacked with my diet. 30 days ago, I've started the 30 days push-up challenge in order to get my diet and training back on track. At first, it was tough, especially with work, studies and the YouTube channel, but I knew that I simply made excuses. Let's quickly recap the first 30 days of my challenge. 90 days ago, I've tested my max push-ups and I got 35 reps, and that's how I look. My weight was 85.1 kilo. Let's see the progress I have made.
So 30 days later, I can do 20 push-ups more.
My body weight went down to 81 kilograms, and on day 1 I looked like this. And that's how I looked on day 30. Instead of simply slacking again, I've decided to transform my body with these extra 2 months. Because these first 30 days were not just about getting more reps in my push-ups or lose a bit of weight, but about the fact to finally stop making excuses and actually putting in the work.
So I had kind of a rest last week. It's my last few weeks at my workplace and I had some cheap meals during this time. Well, let's get back into work. 81.8 kilos right now.
For the next 60 days, I have these clear goals. Getting down to 76 kilos of body weight, keeping my strength in the gym while losing my body fat, and sleeping enough to give my body the rest it deserves. Over the summer, I already lost about 8 kilo of body weight, training hypertrophy and neglecting the big compound lifts. In order to see where I'm currently standing, I will test out my 1 rep max on those big lifts again. On the bench, I attempted 105 kilos. My form was awful, but I managed to get the weights up again. For the squats, I usually do 115 kilos for 8 reps. I started off my attempt with 130 kilo on the lift. Then I moved my weight up to 135 kilos. I didn't give it a shot at 140 kilos. The biggest disappointment was on the deadlift. Last week I trained RDLs with 150 kilos for 7 reps. So I thought 180 kilos should be possible, but I failed miserably. So I went down to 170 kilos and failed again. Moved to 160 kilos and couldn't move it at first. But I got it up on the second try.
So I tried out all the 1 rep maxes on the compound lifts. I'm not very satisfied with the results, but yeah, I guess I will just keep pushing now. And another goal from now on is to improve my quality as well. Diet is definitely the hardest part of this whole challenge. Saying no to sugar and junk food. But I need to say my dirty bulk last winter was awful. And that's why I'm cutting down my fat so much right now, because I've eaten way too much sugar and junk food during that time. I'm just heading to the gym right now, and that's also something to look after. Instead of taking the car, consider taking your bicycle or walk to the gym, for example. That's how I got my steps from 8,000 to 13,000 steps per day. So this is it. Just finished my last day at work. Let's see what this future has to offer for me. A new chapter starts today, but the workouts will stay the same.
I would recommend it to anyone to film their sets in the gym, because that's how you can improve the quality of your movement. On day 47, I actually woke up at 4:45 in order to see the sunrise and to burn some extra calories from fast-paced walking. Unfortunately, it was too cloudy to see the sunrise in the end, but I'm glad that I still went for that walk.
Another thing is to... Never mind, I just plan to I'm just gonna take the bus now.
Several days later.
Now that I don't have to go to work anymore, I'm going to cycle to the gym in order to burn some extra calories because I'm not getting the same steps in per day.
The Stairmaster has been a big companion over these last few weeks as well, because it's an easy hack to burn a lot of calories fast.
So there are several ways to do cardio. Probably one of the most favorite ones for me is rope skipping. Probably the best feeling from rope skipping is getting into the cardio level quite easily. So probably the worst out of all of my goals is my sleep currently. I'm at 5 to 6 hours per night in those first 45 days, and I really hope that I can improve on that soon.
Hiking is another great way to burn some extra calories. Since I've quit my job, I'm struggling to find back balance in my life, but at the same time my hunger level has never been so great. A lot of times I find myself working hours on end without sleeping properly and giving my body and mind the rest it needs. Hiking, however, has helped me a lot to tank up my energy levels and reset my brain. That's the beauty of nature's power.
Reach the top here. So at the airport now for my semester abroad. Still no excuse to work out though, but not in the airport though. Workouts complete.
Let's do a physique update after 60 days. My beginning weight on day 1 was at 85.1 kilos. Now I am at 79 kilograms. In the meantime, I also did a 30 days plank challenge, and hopefully you can see also a small difference in my abs definition.
If you're enjoying this video so far, make sure that you smash that like button because it will mean the world to me. And it actually helps to grow this channel. Diet is a crucial part, but I'm a food lover, and that's why it's important during a shred to look after your proteins and the total calorie intake. My goal is to be in a caloric deficit of approximately 400 calories, which means I'm losing around 300 to 500 grams of body weight per week. Remember, your goal is not to compete against those bodybuilders you see on the internet, but to simply live a healthier life. And that's also why I'm just not eating chicken and rice at all times, because these pancakes will do a great job as well. They are high in proteins and also very tasty.
So I'm going to study in the UK for the next 6 months, and I hope I'm not just working here but also enjoy my time here.
I'm about 80 days into the challenge, feeling a bit sick lately, but at the same time my sleep improved massively. I can finally sleep between 7 to 8 hours according to my Fitbit, so I hope it stays like that and it pays off in the end.
Over these last 2 weeks I've settled in Cardiff and worked out in this gym. Unfortunately, this cheap weighing scale gave me different results every day. This was the last time I weighed myself properly, about 18 days before the end of the challenge. I've been doing a lot of cardio outside of the gym, but one thing I've realized over these last couple of weeks was my strength.
I feel like I'm losing a lot of strength, but maybe that's also due to my illness here. But we'll see on day 90 though. This is my last week of this challenge, and in order to get the best physique at day 90, I will start to reduce the amount of carbs I eat over the next 5 days and drink a lot of water, while around 32 hours before the challenge ends, I barely drink any water and eat a high amount of carbs. Already on that day, my diet actually ends. I would say this is probably the hardest part of this whole challenge. I'm feeling sleepy, a lot of times hungry, and not having a lot of energy, but we're getting to an end here. No matter what the scale says at the end and where my strength stands at. All the things which has been going on over the last couple of months in my life, I'm already happy that I've stick through all of that. My diet could have been better for sure, but it's okay. Next spring when I do my shred again, I will learn from the mistakes I've made here. And if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure that you smash that like button, because it will mean the world to me and it really helps to grow this channel.
90 days ago I've weighed 85 kilos. My goal was to lose 9 kilos over those last 90 days, with the biggest challenge of not losing any strength. Just as I was getting closer to the end of the challenge, I slacked and enjoyed my Saturday evening a bit too much and was weighing 78 kilos again, just a week before the challenge was ending. But I gave everything in this last week, and this morning with the carb depletion, all the extra cardio sessions from cycling and badminton, I was weighing 74 kilos. That means over these last 90 days I lost 11 kilos, and over the whole summer I lost nearly 18 kilos of body weight. Now let's test those 1 rep maxes in the gym. On the bench I attempted 100 kilos at first. I didn't lift off my butt as much as I did on day 1, but still not happy with the form and struggled already. I still moved my way up to 105 kilos and failed, unfortunately. For the squats, I started off my attempt with 135 kilos on the lift. Moved my way up to 140 kilos. While editing the video, I realized that I didn't went all the way down. But moving on to the deadlifts, which were a huge disappointment at the beginning of this challenge. But I started off my attempt with 160 kilos. Succeeded and moved my way up to 170 kilos. I didn't leave it there and tried the 180 kilos and actually managed to get it up this time. I lost a bit of strength on a few exercises, but I'm pressing nearly the same weight as I did back in February, where I was weighing around 92 kilos, so that's a win for sure.
But after rewatching these videos, I realized that my form didn't really improve, and that's going to be something which I'm going to work over the winter.
Now, the moment you've been all waiting for. 90 days ago I've looked like that, and this is me now. I'm finally happy about my body and myself. 3 key takeaways from this challenge. Heavy lifting is only good as long as you keep your form good. As soon as you start to slack, the risk of injury increases exponentially, aka ego lifting. Lesson number 2. It's the small changes I've made which made a huge impact overall. I stopped snacking as much as I used to and still enjoy delicious meals out. As long as you keep that in moderation, it is fine. When you want to lose weight, you have to hold yourself accountable. I try to burn more calories through walking, which was a big companion throughout the last couple of weeks. And the biggest lesson for me is to stop comparing myself with people on social media. I mean, yeah, you can go through the most extreme diet without any extra juice and count every single calorie you consume. But at the end of the day, it's finding your own balance and doing what you think is right.
And that's what I want to leave you with. Find your own balance and be happy with what you achieve, and especially with what you have. If you put your mind to it, you can achieve anything you want. But don't compare yourself with others at all times, because comparison is the thief of joy. What 90 days challenge are you starting today? And let me know in the comment sections down below. This is a new journey on this channel, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you watch this video next.